Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. Rodrigo really has been in sparkling form, hasn't he? No doubt we'll hear plenty of rumours about him when the transfer window opens.
Well, I just think he's hit form at the perfect time, which can secure the best move possible for him and generate a bigger asking price for the club. And if a bidding contest is created, everyone's a winner here.
One ball by the goalkeeper. Out for a throw. Vitinha. And it's played forward. Keeper's got good distance on that. Gets good distance on it. And they've got a throw. Alexander-Arnold chooses to go back. Mbappe! Split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's really well manoeuvred.
Are clearly looking to use the space at the flanks here.
With a view to what exactly, Jim?
Well, it can encourage the fullbacks to get involved and increase their chances of more service into the box.
Now who's going to be first to this? Hudson. Up he goes! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Oh, they could be caught out. Shapes to shoot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Mbappe, nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Aim forwards. Mingueza making good progress on the right-hand side. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Madueke. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rodrigo! That's fallen kindly here. Goal! Mbappe did well there. He was onto it in a trice.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Moved on forwards. Howson makes the interception. Madueke. That has found him in acres of space. That is a brilliant interception. Half-time getting close now. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Vitinha, gently done. minutes are up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Leading 1-0 at the break. The start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Oscar Mingueza. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Madueke. He big chance! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Well, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low, too.
He likes Moriba. Oliveras. Good play on the left-hand side here. Madueke. And the counter is on. Now it's Aspas. Great challenge, time to perfection.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Madueke, and he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now then, the ball's come loose. Zaragoza, who in his previous fixture opened the scoring, turning it across. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Oh, what a climb! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Camavinga. Hendrick. Well, played right into his path. Do have a chance to counter here. Moriba. And he won. There's the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Zaragoza. Rodrigo does really well to win the ball there. Purring through the gears.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now it's Aspas. He is through here.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
I think we're just about done here. Shoots!
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Zaragoza. Aim forwards. And that is that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to... Well, this is quite a view. The atmosphere created by these manic fans, a stark contrast to the grey skies we see above. Regardless of impending rain, this should be terrific. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Position here, Jim. They are a team that is stuttering badly.
Well, if ever a win was needed, Peter, then they'd obviously like it to be here. However, there's no need for them to get over-anxious about their current run. They have to retain a composure about their work and get back to what they're good at. Should they rekindle a full commitment from every individual, if they don't win this one, they could well win the next. They have to maintain belief.
Great run on the overlap here. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Belling. Hakimi. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Eder Militao, and the keeper's got it again. Howson. Nothing significant to report up to this point. We are still very early in the game. It's out for a goal kick. Over to the left. That'll be a throw-in. Valverde has finally made his comeback from injury. Bellingham forwards and with intent. Muscular approach does pay off here. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. There's the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
You're talking about creating a problem for yourself? OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Hit with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Valverde. And here's Vinicius Junior. Shot, surely! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Fran Perez. Moved on forwards. Thinks one through. Tries a shot! He's scored! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Referee's given a throw. Nuno Mendes. Vinicius Junior. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that's a nice ball. Lunin claims comfortably. And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. And it's Vitinha. And here's Valverde. Real chance!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
And here's Mbappe. And here's Vinicius. Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! now, and they are cruising. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Lejeune shifted upfield. He's through here. Perez. Howson aimed forwards. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Vinicius Junior tries looking up for options on the left. There's the shot! Could be... and another try! Good try. Outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort, and he needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And it's played forward. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Spread out to the left. Oh, super find. Defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that is asking for trouble. The changes then in quick succession. Moved on forwards. Eder Militao. Hakimi. Goulet. Can he latch on to this? Oh, what a ball! Endrick! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. So there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Out to the left it goes. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Vinicius Junior clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-0.
Defending of the desperate variety. No way through, so back it comes. And it's Diaz. Valverde. Might be a decent chance! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
(3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy. That's really well manoeuvred. It's a throw. Ball comes in. He's had a shot! Goulet. Oh, it's come loose. Big chance! It's in! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So, and that's it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, this was a result that reflected the difference in team strengths. I mean, you felt that all they had to do was release their power and they were going to steamroll their opposition, which pretty much happened.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day to you. Well, conditions here are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain is tumbling down here by the bucketful, and it is going to have a real impact on the important contest that lies ahead. The mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Been told this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
So it's away we go then. This game, of course, the last of the first round of fixtures. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace...
Gets his head on it! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short. Unahi, can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
Unahi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Vitinha. Mbappe. Gazzaniga gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Caught offside that time. Keeper's got good distance on that. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Unahi. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bellingham.
Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their...
The referee's awarded a free kick. Lunin getting this one clear. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Bellingham. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Shapes to shoot! Hill. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And it's lofted through here. And he cuts out the supply. Valverde. Here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Split-second reaction.
Vinicius Junior actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Climbs up big! Long ball looking to counter. Van de Beek. And the keeper has it. There's the end of the first half. Decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Brian Hill proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Mbappe. Oh, easy pickings there. That's really well manoeuvred. Bellingham. Mbappe. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And the potential here for the first goal of the game. Vitinha ready to try one. Vitinha against the crossbar. And it's Vitinha. Cross from Hakim. Takes a shot! He scores! And finally, he has breathed life into the game. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
There's going to be another change here. So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Defending was strong and firm. Vinicius Junior. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, good spread.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Time for a change in personnel. And that has been cleared. It's a loose ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Throw in. Proves too strong. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
And here's Brahim Diaz.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Eder Militao. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Brahim Diaz. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. We expected better, and so did he. And that's it. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
chase the chrome. Pimpin' player strong, posted at the 7-Eleven, smoking on the stick of heaven, sipping on the 211. Scooping, hooping, that's a buster, trying to test my guts.
Well, good evening, everybody. Important game ahead and weather ahead, which is concerning players, coaches, and indeed spectators, because the forecast is for rain, potentially quite heavy rain, and as well as inconveniencing those who have come to watch, those who have come to play may be encountering conditions which are testing indeed in the hour or two ahead. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, it's a formation, Peter, that lends itself to good possession and control in midfield because you've got the numbers there, higher concentration. Backing that up with enough attacking dynamism is down to managers who want to get at teams. It can be used in cautious terms too, but certainly if you want to advance a little quicker and you have that attitude, then you can be very positive about this too.
Gets things running. This, of course, the first game beyond the halfway point. And it's Riquelme. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Too long and over the line. Eder Militao, Valverde, Mbappe running with the ball. Mbappe!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Now it's Riquelme. That's a good ball. Anthony! Decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. And here's Riquelme. Hangs in a cross. And a chance! Big relief. It just needed better contact.
What a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
To the pressure. Isco is, of course, making his first start in quite a while now. Vitinha. Vinicius Junior. Looks as though there's been a call to arms here for those 6-foot plenties to head to. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's put paid to a promising move. No way through, so back it comes.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Isco shifted upfield, spread out to the left. Riquelme. He's shifting through the gears here. Here's Riquelme. Isco. whistle's gone, that's a foul. That's nice and simple for the keeper. Nuno Mendes. Strong running down that left flank. Now it's Mbappe. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Mata. Aim forwards. Marc Roca, gently done. Oh, good spread. Anthony. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And we've reached half-time. Decent enough half, but either side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. That gets things going for the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Valverde. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Nice physical challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Valverde. Valverde closing. Valverde! Oh, that is rather wayward.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. Moved on forwards. Belling. And still we await the first breakthrough. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And here's Mbappe. Isco. And it's played forward. Vinicius Junior. And the finish! Hakimi opts. Decent chance! Vinicius Junior is having a shot! No mistake! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So the first goal of the game.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's nice.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he has been fouled there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Eder Militao. Almost nothing left on the clock here. Well, the three-game winning streak is coming to an end, it would seem. The final 5 minutes. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Nicely intercepted. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Much subtlety about that challenge. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, this was a result that reflected the difference in team strengths. I mean, you felt that all they had to do was release their power and they were going to steamroll their opposition, which pretty much happened.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.